My God. That was terrible. Yeah. We're gonna do the, yeah, we're gonna do our whatchamacallit's announcements. I should have this done. Stop everything we're doing and just do the rest. Alright. Storm Cloud Brewing. My world quest. Arano, on behalf of Admiral Broswell, thank you for your many deeds in service of Nimsa Malenta. We have received troubling tidings that beasts akin to those that plague Razahan has been sighted on the Alaskan coast. The Admiral has mustered the Maelstrom and hopes to quell the threat, yet there is much that we do not understand about our foe. And as such, your expertise in the arena would be a great boon to us. Will you help us? I'll do all I can. Excellent. The Admiral will be heartened to have your knowledge of martial prowess. On our side, I am certain. But set sail for Limsa as soon as you are able. Secretary at Maelstrom Command will appease you with the details. My people call! Well, yeah. Oh! That's pretty cool. I like the fact that now it shows you the map whenever you use a shard, so you're not guessing where the frick to go. They really have done a lot of quality of life works with a lot of the things in this game now. Ah, our man in Razahan told us to expect you. I'll inform the Admiral of your arrival. Yes, the Storm Captain is here to help. Took me a while. Glad you could join us, Ronald. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The great news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I scarce begin to imagine the horrors you have witnessed there. It pains me to say the self-same hell has come to Valbrand. Fell beast born of deepest despair has been sighted all throughout our island. Tell them what we know. The first report came a few days ago from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley, who spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source, the Sahagan. We have been treating our tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery, owning that some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. It's one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports in all of their alarming detail. They speak of a most dreadful sight. Their spawn brothers transform. Oh, so it is. That's the first thing I was gonna wonder, is this gonna affect beast tribes too? Their spawn brothers transforming into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents in Arazahan to be very, because if our assumptions are correct, the first and formidable of the beasts, a blasphemy, as it was decided. We would call them prowls our waters as we speak. Fortunately, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, we are to spare our people the horror that befell Razahan. The thing must be dealt with and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch large number of troops, we would run the risk of having our own main corrupted. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. As such, Admiral Brennan decided to keep those involved to a minimum and lead the investigation herself. And I would have you at my side. What say you? Of course. You have my thanks. We will depart at once with our Hagen allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might decide the proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tide Gate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Please. So it's changing everything. It does not care. This thing does not care what it touched. Like, it will consume man and beast tribe alike. But that's also good to know. So, that's a piece of information that we're glad to know at least. What the? Okay. Oh, it's so nice to have all the side quests, at least in Realm Reborn, complete its entirety. I failed to do it in Heaven's Word and stuff. In Onward, sadly. It's well past our agreed upon meeting time. But the Sahagin are nowhere to be seen. They did not seem the sorts to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the guards who search Halfstone for any sign of them. No, it's a teacher. Quickly, to his aid. Oh well. Oh no. I can't do the cut. Oh wait. Never mind. I was like wondering why I couldn't do it, and it's like, oh. No. What in the world? I know. Have a hug, no. Many thanks, Shore Walker. Pray tell, is my companion safe? The Admiral herself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return. Seems I'm losing a ton of frames, even though it might not look it. Ah. Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here for too long inside quickly. Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet, it brought me no joy to watch them die, for unbelievable as it may sound so short time ago, they were none other than our very own spawn brothers. At first, we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. 'Tis no curse, 'tis an evil like no other, innocent souls transformed against their will, and the holy beast called blasphemies. Blasphemies. Pray tell us more. That would be your area of expertise, Ronald. I kinda wish we could give our own characters like a nickname so that we can be used for later for like certain things. I would like it if the NPCs would actually call him Ron. Turned into beast by the power of despair. Horrifying indeed. Thus far, the phenomenon here in Lanaska has been limited to the Sahagin. Why is that? Say, yet I wonder if the crushing tide are involved in a way. I know not of this crushing tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo Matriarch, queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shore walkers and so deprived of her leadership. More of my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with them, so there remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group they called the Crushing Tide. Even now, they seek to summon the Lord of the World anew and consign all finless ones unto brain. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so, denied the power they could do not gash their teeth in desperation. Suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations? Just so, those of our spawn brothers who turned into those beasts had been fraternizing with the Crushing Tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin. Such a cruel fate. Yet, we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yes, we must consider the situation carefully. At least we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this. Are the Crushing Tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned strait, might they not listen to reason? Or it only so simple, but all but a few are long since cured. They walk this path for their free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, a most capable ally stands with us. For this man has bested many a former foe, even Leviathan. The great Ron Stoppable in the flesh, honored am I to stand in your presence. Together we will weather this storm and usher in a new age of humanity. Harmony. I swear. There's much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best as we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Indeed we shall, until such time. I watch over my spawn brothers and pray that no more succumb to the change. This is bad. 6 more. 6? You are 6 or more levels above the recommended fate. It's like, yeah, I know I am. So, it's not here. Say that much. Wrong way. Wrong one. Oh, wrong one. What am I doing with my life? But yeah, so far, only the transformations are happening. The sky has not become red yet. Very, very, very Very interesting. Hi. Welcome back. Thanks to you and all, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. It's a daunting task that lies before us. We will continue to cooperate with the Sahagin, learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, you're safe. Till then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have begun to gather. Oh, it's it. Okay, so it's just 85, 86, 87. Yeah, it'll go from 85 to 90, so it'll be a quest for each level. Your timing could not be better. The admiral has just this moment returned from meeting with the Sahagin. I must inform her of your arrival. Hi. Ah, Ron. I'm glad you're here. We have decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been afflicted with the crushing tide who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon as well as address our grievances, we may yet have a chance of peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the crushing tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table and then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. The key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. It is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. It will be no easy task, but we succeeded with the kobolds. I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagin as well, so long as we parlay in good faith. I can only hope. I like my earrings. You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Noel has set word that one Goal, a priest who styles himself the leader of the Kushitites, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parlay with him face to face at the Snowy Shrine Grounds and would have you at my side. If you do not eject, that is excellent. In that case, pray join me at South Tide Gate when you are ready. From there, we will go together. We are way off like the main storyline path now. It's like at this point I feel like I'm gonna be doing side quests for the rest of my existence and like other things. It kind of feels like that sometimes, but I know by the end of this day I will continue the story. We will do the third dungeon that I have opened up. No, the fourth dungeon, I should say. Yeah, the fourth dungeon. So, I think it's the fourth dungeon. Yeah, fourth dungeon. Why would I think it's us? Yeah. All prepared, are you? Doyle is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahagin here. Perhaps one of them will be able to shed a light on what may be. One more thing. I come here as a representative of Little on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate, things come to blow. I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust you understand. But that, yeah. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So the one thing I don't like, I feel like it would be more interesting if there was actually transform enemies here. Like, but it says, since when are filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? You seek an audience with Speaker, though. Where might we find him? Such saying, Shorewalker, we have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone. We won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere. Why do you trespass in our domain? We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader. Where might we find him? Or you would steal our home. Were it not for your instance of selfishness, would grow and flourish. That's why I would speak with him. I work towards a peaceful solution. Empty words from the thieving shorewalker. But so be it. Soon you shall know the footy of your efforts. Currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find him by the entrance, though. Mark my words, you will wish you hadn't. See. I figured it. This is gonna end badly. I already know that. In our spawning grounds? What do I owe to displeasure? To your home unannounced. I am Chief Admiral of Lalafell, and this is Ron Stoppable. We come seeking a parley that we might strive for peace between our people. Prolonging this conflict in inferno will lead only to needless suffering. The menace both our people face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside our differences together for the greater good, it is now. Join us at South Tide for Sormal Ocean. We'll not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory. I can offer not but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our homes as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker, but let it never be said that Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but any treachery or subterfuge, your people will drown in their blood. Very well. I look forward to a productive discussion. More than all as well. I would have our Sahagan allies join us at the Poker Lane. Where is everybody? this. Thank you for joining us here, Master Do. The air here sickens me. Be brief. Let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sangan and Limsa alike. Searches is his call for swift and united action. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we are liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless others Sahagan have joined us of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Aye, by their deeds have the Laments proved themselves worthy of our trust. That should do. You and your crushing tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you that this can only be done by confronting this threat together. What is this threat you... If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the servant. Ask us to willingly surrender yourself to your Lord of the world. I do, for that and that alone will ensure peace and freedom. Your proposed not alliance with servitude. This way lies nothing but death. You hear this one? What's mine? He decried Lord of the Violent. Our God, and conspire to drive we faithful for... Decide what the... It's starting. Welcome to the threat. What? Used to... Greater and greater strength. Hey, call this a blessing? Horrors, flee. I leave this place to you. They consider it a blessing. All our spawn brothers be blessed with such power. Oh yeah, well. This is terrible. This is really bad. Oh, what is this? Haven't heard this music in a while. Second time you've saved my life, Sorwaka. My gratitude is boundless of the sea, but what of the unknown? We must go to our aid. Oh no. It was too late. I'm sorry. There's no need for apologies. You are not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dole's response. How pleased he was to see us brothers become slaves, shivering beasts. The fool believes it is a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceful solution will be lost should Dawn and his questing time manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought, and yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes. Just so, the first one to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and vulnerable they become in their bestial form, and the greater their influence over others. We could scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes, but that there was more my people could do to help. I had the maelstrom control the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. The blasphemy, too, was born from a Sahagin. It could be sheltering in the depths beyond the reach of our ships. In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the seas. Thank you, Noel. Through our efforts combined, we might yet weather this threat. As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve. You have my gratitude, Admiral. With that, we shall return as well. There's much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. Bad. Yeah, this is very bad. Now my fear is, what happens if, my fear would be, what happens if a primal was to fall to this thing and be turned inside out? Ronald, I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as Sahagin described. Duel and his ilk have no means of forcefully triggering the phenomenon at present. It is plain they intend to seek one out. Double our patrols offshore. Inform me of the first sign of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation turn to the worse, I will recall our forces from Guillemald, yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. Don't worry. '87. Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Lumentian merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagin raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question is carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by kobolds. The doll means to use the plunder crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Null, that we and our Sahagana might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make to South Tide Gate and rendezvous with Admiral at once. Yep. That's what I have a feeling. He's gonna try to summon he's gonna summon Leviathan, and I have a feeling it's gonna turn into something horrifying, and we're gonna have to deal with it. Thank you for coming, Ronald. The situation is grim. The crushing tide plundered one of our training ships. It sees a goodly stash of crystals. They're not water, though. Their aim is clear. They appear. Because they lack the quality. The quantity needed to form the summoning. Dora longs for the days when every saga cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance. We'll stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the crushing tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god. And so, we must thwart their designs. At least the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, not the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you... Might we turn to the three great pirate powers? As it happens, I've already enlisted things. We've done much more to bolster the Maelstrom's effort, scour the seas for the blasphemy. If we're to seek reinforcements, we have to turn elsewhere. But to whom? For the company of heroes? Huh? Company of heroes. That's a name I've not heard in some time. It is true that they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than yours, they are arguably none better suited. But they disbanded. Neither hide nor hair has been seen. But I know where they are. They were reluctant to join our cause. But I can think of no better option. I'll contact Whisket, their Israel commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at Drowning Winch. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. No. Might I trust you and your brothers to continue to search for the blasphemy in the meantime? Of course, should we discover anything, you'll be the first to know. To the aftercask. This is getting very interesting. God, look at there's barely anyone around at the what you call it. Then again, I think they split up the what you call it. Sorry, I was looking at something. Run! That Reaper? Reaper? Samurai. Yeah, it's like, it's us melee DPS. That day. Not that many here. My apologies for the delay. Berlin. For your plea fell on deaf ears. And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing Hero. Hey! Someone explain what this is all about. Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that pole arm out of your old friend and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, or I skewered it. You're right. Nothing like a reunion of dear companions over a bottle of Wench's finest vintage. That's why we're here, right? Long time no I catch up, Landers. Look like his tummy for December. Spare us the presidency, Admiral. Why are we here? Get to the point. I make it simple. Reform the company heroes and land lips them into your strength. Oh. You're a reason, I'm sure I would hear it. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls the seas, transforming the Hagging into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Hagging themselves, secretly the hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we'd be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while still dealing with the other threats. You know what? If they summon Leviathan, I would love to see a showdown between the Leviathan and the Blasphemy at the same time. Just to watch as the Blasphemy just crushes the Leviathan. Alright, pick one, The answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it is not my place to gainsay his final order. Sod it, I say. That, I say. Have you forgotten our country's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, neither should we. Well, words, Leno. Do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time? Ah, yes, your commander. Hi. What if Rana here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question his abilities. What? Look, just because I'm Storm Captain doesn't mean I should be doing that. An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be adverse to serving under such a decorated hero. My friend has goody head for fighty thinking, goody arm for thinky fighty. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the man himself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company heroes? If you have the stones to follow me. Now that's the confidence I'd expect from my commander. Very well then, consider us yours to lead. 5 years for the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Oh, no. Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could find our own way apart from him and the company? I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crescent tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet, but a real challenge. In all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what. Sure, you'll give it all due consideration. If I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we need to find the damn thing first. We also got to prevent the Crescent Tide from summoning their god. A tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what based on the skills we each have to offer. I recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths of course, of the storied veterans that are in here. Oh, it would be best if you get that party to track. My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with a lance of mine, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those simply fishmen. Set me against that so-called blasphemy, and I'll have the thing on a skewer before you say. Go for it. If you really believe that. A wise choice. Send Lyra after this hanging, and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. We don't need that. I'll speak plain. I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like this one. As one tries my fears, discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any to rush headlong into battle, so rarely the best. Then prevent the primal summon. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famous. Though my vision is somewhat lacking these days, I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leads me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but it's such a sight. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations alike. Okay. Preventing. Your keen sense for these things, I see. More so than a reconnaissance or battle. The knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. Remaker of Illuminati treasures offers much. Foreseeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crack fires go boom and okay, we know what you can do. Look into the moon. Water. A logical choice, I do say myself. I'm a master of tools and armaments. Fail you in tracking and felling that beast. Everyone has their assignments. I dare say the choices you made are nigh and impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you've been leading us for years. And with that, it is time we got to work. I have procured link pearls for one and all, that we can keep each other apprised of our progress. May pick them up at Elstrin command. You best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. I'll return to command and share these developments here with the secretary and our. You join me if you can, Commander Ronald. Oh, Commander. Wait, isn't that one of our? Actually, isn't that one of our titles that we can get our hands on? Yeah, Commander. Da da da. Ronald, the Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnished. Ronald, would I like pearl? Yes? Of course. We see the company is trying to reach us. Oh, there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will ya? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and rip yours out. Sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Ronald comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. I will have his contact you if there are any developments. I will convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Dahl, see what he has gleaned about the Crescent Tide in their hideout. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander. You're gonna shove that Commander stuff right in my face, aren't you? There's something I want to check. Apply. I guess there is none. I'm surprised. I think it's been what? This is like the second expansion without being upgraded to like captain thing. A mother's suffering. Or 88. Grave news, Ronald. We just received word that Kandoki Kori is under attack. It would seem the Crescent Tide is struck again. The Admiral asks that you deploy the company's heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaler. Ooh. Waiting your orders. God. Handle keep Corey. Oh, it should be close by. What are your instructions? Lando is a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle. Well known. Hunter, both can serve you well, but better if assigned to his. What orders will you give Landale? Drive them away. Understood. The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the company heroes are on your way. Godspeed. Worry not, the tide is already ebbed if you follow my meaning. Well? Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. You'll be pleased to hear that Lendo led the attack with his crew, dancing amongst his foes with such speed and ferocity that were dizzying to watch. Full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffers so much as a scratch. I had my doubts at first, but you passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. The battle is over, I see. 'Tis good to see the company heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Quarry? I spit on your question. Insist. You would torture us? Your shorewalkers are all the same. A savage brute, Stellan. Please. We're not so uncivilized. Is that my slippery friend? Treasures, what, huh? Allow me to explain. Practice in the art of interrogation. Certainly has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you would notice, and a knack for getting information out of. Her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, it would be easier just to call in a proxy and just change them back to normal. Get rid of the tempering. I don't know who to get. But I kind of want to see what they mean. Okay, so fishermen will not spill. Oh. Oh! What is this? It is strange. Okay. Stinky sweet of aged coffee cheese is strong. That's what makes it. And he knows tickle. Oh no. Our friends. Alright. Running ahead. Fine, I would speak. Just get that foul poison away from me. Why did you target? Joel himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold and preparation for assault on the city. Means to attack them in itself. But with your numbers, that would be folly. Beyond the comprehension of use. I've dealt with Leviathan before. Greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord. The blasphemy. Oh. Only where the door is. Island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Duo is hiding out somewhere in the deserted. Oh, most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? No. We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Duo has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you are ready. I'll have some of our blow flags. Continue the interrogation. In the meantime, our friends here might still be hiding something from us. Odd camera angle. Everyone is here? Good. We make for the Cinderace. Search a doll's hideout. Our friend Noel will be waiting for us there. The Blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant. Keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men? All for one? Duty of the strong. Protect the weak. Wait again, door. Where is the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may understand this. We have control. Oh. He should not be here. Oh, no way. Oh my goodness. Speak of the bloody devil. There it is, the dreaded beast I saw beneath the waves. Source of our woes. The echo of all times? Of all the times. Defend the commander. Ah, come on! Do this. I bring great tidings, my queen. The wretched shore walkers poisoned the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce and name him a false god. Retreat with limbs of it and some even call for an alliance. Must summon him that the lost might receive of his blessings anew. This I will gladly do had our stuck creature. Spawn time, it's nearly upon us. Should you fight and bicker amongst yourselves? How am I the birth of a new brood when they children grown? Stand divided. Who dares to enter the sacred chamber? Queen Mother, I speak for the Sagan who's seeking accord with the shore worker. A new age is upon us. Need to turn to false gods or foreign men. bitterness and bloodshed in our... The shore walkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us, that they may have peace and we are spawning grounds. This be He is a heathen who has strayed from more of the... Shore walkers are oath-free forevermore, as they extend one hand in front of it and clutch a dagger in the other. Oh, for a blessed moment I felt the faintest touch. They're damned. Children have lost their faith, their minds poisoned by lies. That's how she changed. 'Tis so, my queen. We have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink into the ocean's floor to rot and decay. You tell them that we have no future? I will bring new life into this world, knowing that my blood will have their hearts. Brood will have it. What's happening? Just calm yourself. To from Lord Leviathan himself. I've seen it. Behind me. So this is a blasphemy, eh? I can see what all the fuss was about. Have your wits about you, good? If you can fight, now is the time. I know. Queen, send the shore walkers and our honorless leader to... What is that? Man, I can't feel my legs. Are we not your children too? It cares not. Whether another blow like the last. What's... What the hell's just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going down whatever fight. Steady, the beast is feeding on our ether. Will not survive a head-on fight. Manage him when faced with overwhelming odds. Smoke bombs. Retreat! Retreat! Let's get ourselves out of here. That must be the commander. That must be the original commander. Damn it all. Yep. We'd have better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttering and cursing, I'm glad it did not. I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damn beast has the power to stop us in our tracks, literally. What do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin as you suspected? Mayhap the echo afforded Ronald some insight. Villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in our Queen's mother's heart, that she might form into that monstrosity. She was the first to turn, and there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as the catalyst. Kill the blasphemy. It'll be tantamount to killing the Sahagin's queen. That's not going to do it. Just to them one bit. I cannot turn my spirit against the mother who bathed me, let alone take her life. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not, but we must formulate a plan and quickly. My scouts tell me that blasphemy has left the island and is now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, let's find a means to overcome the beast's formidable events. Leave that to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest of odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? That the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. That is not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. I sent scouts to identify any and all large caverns in the coastal areas that could serve as a shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, to have any hope of or peace with the Zion, this is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Yeah. Now that we've seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, it's more plain to me than ever that it must be clean. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood, but given the beast's ability, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the company of heroes around experienced primal slayers all will find a way. Yet I would have no resource untapped. There is one more whose expertise I would call upon if you would agree. The one is at a loss as to his former captain's commander's whereabouts, but Mayhouse and Azor could offer some guidance. No doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you are able. When we are ready to take further action, you will hear from me. Till then, take care. Yeah. 89. 89.